There are some studies that have measured the effects of pay transparency on a range of different outcomes. There are some good news and some news that are not as good. So, for example, one of the good news is that there seems to be evidence from at least two different countries, Canada and Denmark, where an increase in pay transparency reduced the gender pay gap. But at the same time, there are other studies that suggest that there may be some unintended consequences. So, for example, there is one study showing that maybe average salaries are going down because of higher transparency. Other studies showing that pay transparency may have negative effects on people's well-being. And those are other factors that we should take into consideration. So what we did is we did an experiment where we gave these employees some information about how much their peers were getting paid, but also how much their bosses were getting paid. And what we found is that depending on whether the comparisons were vertical or horizontal, the reaction was very different. When they found out that their peers were getting paid more than they thought, they reacted negatively. They were less likely to show up in the office, their productivity went down, they were less satisfied with their jobs. However, when we told them that their bosses were getting paid a lot more than they thought, that actually had a positive effect on their morale. We saw that they showed up more in the office, that their productivity metrics were going up. So hopefully policymakers will look at this evidence and redesign the pay transparency policies in a way that they boost all of the positive effects, all of the intended effects, and they try to minimize all of the harm that they make.